Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Blanketfort Studio. This is Episode 11. All right, so this is Episode 11, and this is an episode that I've been talking about for quite a while. A lot of you who do voiceover or who want to be involved in voiceover want to know where you can go to do voiceover. I mean, it's not an unusual question because a lot of people don't really know where to start. They know that there might be work out there for them, but they don't know where to go for it. Now, I believe that there are different levels of websites that you can go to get your career off the ground, where you can actually go to do auditions and be able to try to get jobs. And I think that there are three levels. Level one involves websites like Fiverr or VoiceBunny. These are great websites to get started on. I don't think that they are great websites to, base your entire career on. Because, doing it yourself without any training, without any guidance, without anything else, it works in certain directions, but it's not ideal. Ultimately, we all want to get to the pro level. And I believe that websites like VoiceBunny and Fiverr, while great resources, are kind of like down here. Then there's the second level. You've got like voice123.com and voices.com and VO Planet and Bedalgo. Although Bedalgo is kind of maybe just a little higher than those other websites, and for one specific reason, and we'll go over that. At the top point here, at the top of the screen, is you going out and getting an agent and them sending you to studios in large cities where you record recordings for big-time advertisers. Not that you can't get big-time advertisers down here. You can. But the good-paying jobs are up here. The really good-paying jobs are up here. And this is what we should all strive for, ultimately. I know that this is good. This is really good. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with pay-to-play websites at all. I love them. As a matter of fact, they're amazing. I've had good results on them. But what you really want is eventually to get up here. I'm not up here yet, but I'm gonna be, because I'm arrogant. No, it's because I have confidence in myself. But I digress. Let's talk about websites where you can get work. I don't use Fiverr for very specific reasons. The reason I don't use Fiverr is because I really didn't have good luck with Fiverr at all, period. Fiverr it's really not my choice for getting work. I know that a lot of people get a lot of work on Fiverr, and that's great. And they should be able to do that. You should be able to get work on Fiverr or wherever they go. If you're a good voiceover artist, you're going to get work. I've gotten work off Fiverr. It was not my favorite place to be. I was on Fiverr for about 2 weeks. I got one job when I first started out. I got one job on Fiverr. I didn't stick with it because I was not impressed. So I decided to go elsewhere. And I had heard about a site called VoiceBunny. Now, a lot of you guys, I know you have experience with VoiceBunny and you're groaning. You're rolling your eyes. You're like, oh, come on, Chris, VoiceBunny, really? Let me tell you something about VoiceBunny. If you are just getting started in the voiceover business, VoiceBunny is great for teaching you some really important skills that you're going to need to learn as a voiceover artist. One of those is how to create a clean recording without any noise, any breaths, any extraneous anything, and using zero processing on your file. Because of Voice Bunny, I use no processing on anything when I send it out, unless it's something that I think really requires processing, compression, hard limiting, and noise and normalizing. I normalize everything, but I don't put effects on anything I do. And the reason that I don't is because I want whoever my potential employer is going to be, I want them to hear my voice. I don't want them to hear something that's overly processed and not me. All right? And the most important thing that you can give your employers is you, the reality of your voice, because that's what they want. They don't want fake. They want the person who can deliver the voice that they need at all times. Voice Bunny is a website. You can go to bunnystudio.com/voice, and you will find Voice Bunny. Now, what's really interesting about this website is for the longest time, my face was on the front page. It's not anymore. Mostly after the move and because of the pandemic, there have been a lot more voiceover artists just show up on the market. And this is something that we're all dealing with right now is because of the pandemic, there's a lot more of us with a lot more time to be able to attempt to be professional voiceover artists. I got started a little earlier than everybody else. I got started before the pandemic, but there are a lot of artists that are showing up now that the pandemic is full on and everybody's forced to stay home. So people have a lot more time to record. I was already a work-from-home employee, and that's how I got started. Voice Bunny is great because, first of all, they say that they only take 2% of the auditions that they receive. So you better be good in the first place. You're going to have to know how to edit your files, and you're going to have to know how to talk. You're going to have to know how to deliver copy. It's the most important thing you're ever going to learn in VoiceOver, how to deliver copy. Voice Bunny requires you to know what you're doing. You will get in there, you will make your first recording, and they will send it back to you saying, this is not awesome. Try again, please. And they're going to tell you exactly what's wrong with your file, whether you used processing or whether you didn't clean out the breaths or whether there's noise in the background. Noise is the biggest problem with VoiceOver, and we're going to go over, I think we're going to do an episode next time about background noise and how to get rid of it. So you learn how to edit quickly. What's great about Voice Bunny is the minute you get in, when you're finally okie dokie to get in, you start getting opportunities to grab ads. Now, a lot of the ads that they do are for places like Spotify and some other stuff. I'm not really sure where there's a lot of different advertisers that you can get, that you can do voices for. You start by getting in there and grabbing ads as fast as you can before other people get them. The faster you grab your ads, the more work you're going to get, the more money you're going to make. Win some contests, because they have contests as well where you compete with other voiceover artists to get a job. And then you can move in. I'll show you how this works. Usually what you'll do is you'll go into the Your Projects menu and you'll see things sitting there. Right now there's an ad that was already taken by someone else. But you'll find open projects and available projects, and you'll click on these available projects, and they'll give you the details of these available projects, and then you hopefully submit for them, and then you go in and you, hopefully you get the ad, and then you can record the ad, and then you can make money off of it. And eventually you get a bank, and they pay you over the period of a month. And you can collect your monthly earnings whenever you want to collect your monthly earnings after they've paid you. It's simple. And you do get money. You get real money that you can actually spend. You can send it to your PayPal. You can transfer your funds to your PayPal account. You can transfer it wherever you want to go. It's a great resource, especially if you're just getting started. It's a heck of a confidence builder, too. Because once you've done some ads for some major advertisers, you start getting that sense that, yeah, I'm doing it right, and when people aren't rejecting your work, but they're accepting your work, they're approving your work, and they're rating your work, you're doing well. I am a 4.9 star rated voiceover artist on Voice Bunny. I'm sure that there are plenty of them. I'm not going to say I got bragging rights because I don't. But I do have this. Bragging rights, I'm in the top 6 of bookings on VoiceBunny. I am totally in the top 6 of bookings in VoiceBunny. If I go to my stats right now, show you because you get stats. So right here, you can see 99% of my ads have been approved, and I'm ranked number 6 on VoiceBunny. Not bad, all right? So for bookings. So I get quite a few bookings, and I do pretty well. And I make enough money that I can, pay for my booth and all this other stuff. So, VoiceBunny is a great website, especially if you're just getting started in the voiceover business. Great place to begin. All right. Now that I've gone on and on and on about VoiceBunny and what I think its pros are, I'm not really going to go over the cons of these websites. And the reason is because I can't complain about what of the work I've done for VoiceBunny. I would say that the closest complaint that you can have about this website is that the jobs don't pay as much as something you would get off of Voice123 or Bedalgo, and we'll go over that too. On average, your average ad, it's really about what you think you're worth and putting a price tag on that yourself. So, and you can do that. You can go to your, so one of the things you can do is you can say, look, in my profile, I can go here and you can see all my stuff and, you can see all the things that people have said about me and, it's really rates and you can set your own rates and project preferences. So here's me, these are my projects, these are my basic rates. So, and I get, I do pretty well. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. I do pretty well. But you can set up your rates and preferences here. You can set up your profile. You can have your picture. You can have all of your stuff. This is me. This is who I am. These are the projects I've done. This is my 4.9 star rating. Here's the 683 projects I've done and the 124 times I've been favorited. So, and, these are, who you can book. These are people that have, I've done work for who said, yeah, he does a great job. And if you do a great job, you can get these ratings too, and you can get bookings and you can make money, and that's what you're here for, right? The next website I want to talk about that I've had a lot of great luck with is Voice123. Voice123 is, you don't need a demo for these websites. You need to provide a demo for the websites, but you don't need one to get jobs. When I first started on Voice123, I really didn't have much of a demo. I had a couple of ads that I'd done from VoiceBunny, and I had a couple of ads that I had done prior to that as part of my, trying to get a demo together kind of thing. And I really didn't have much when I got in here. But the first job that I landed was with a big corporate entity, a big company, something you've heard of, okay? Something you've definitely heard of, probably something that you enjoy every single day of the week. Something that I enjoy every single day of the week. And I was stoked about it. I was absolutely stoked because this was a real job. So let's talk about Voice123, okay? Voice123 allows you to set up all kinds of stuff about yourself. You set up a profile. This is me right now. I've got a 4.8 review. I've got a 4.8 star review on VoiceBunny, which is really interesting because I didn't realize that I was 4.8. What? Let's see what happened here. Oh, quick response and turnaround. Got what I needed same day, and it sounded great. Why not give me 5 stars? Oh, well. Anyway, not complaining. People rate how they rate. So I've got, I've got some demos up. I've got a picture of myself, where I'm at, what I do, how I do it, client feedback that I've received, all kinds of things, jobs that I've gotten. This website is also run by the same people who run VoiceBunny. So You can go into their projects list, and there are projects. Whoops, didn't send this one off. There are projects that you can audition for. Here was an audition that I just did not too long ago that I forgot to send off the file for, so I'll just go ahead and send that off. And that's how you do that. You record your demo for whatever project it is that's available on the website. They'll sometimes, most often, they'll give you some sort of script that you can read off of, and then you can you audition for that. You audition for your script, and then you're on your merry way. And hopefully, if they like your read, they'll hire you. And like I said, you can put all your lists of skills and your voices and all the things that you can do and all the voices that you can make. And I guess I need to change this. I need to get this updated. You can, add all the jobs that you've done. So, this is a great resource, and the jobs pay much higher than what you get on VoiceBunny. Like I said, VoiceBunny is a great place to start, but when you're ready to invest a little money, Voice123 is one of my personal favorite places to go. Now, another big difference between VoiceBunny and Voice123 is this. VoiceBunny requires you to audition, and then you can start taking jobs as they come to you, and you'll get paid for them. No investment on your part is necessary for VoiceBunny. Voice123, on the other hand, requires a membership fee. That means that you're going to pay X amount of dollars every, either every 3 months or every 6 months or every year to be a member of Voice123 so that you can get those jobs. So it becomes, it's an investment. And so when you do this, you need to be darn sure that the minute you spend that money that you're going to be able to make it back. And that's why I recommend starting on Fiverr or VoiceBunny, because getting to this point means that you are confident enough in your abilities that you think that you can get some of these big jobs. I'm top 20% of voice actors on Voice123. I don't know if that means anything or not, but it certainly helps build my confidence. And I tend to get jobs 5 to 6 times a month off of this website, and I more than make my investment back at Voice123. I've had great success on Voice123, and it's the reason that I'm able to talk to you from here. So it's a great resource, great website. There are other similar websites to Voice123 that, you pay a fee and you get jobs. VO Planet, it's like a couple of $100 a year for a membership there. The only reason that I'm not a member of VO Planet anymore is because I made back my membership fee last year, and that was it. And I swear I auditioned for every ad that came across on that website, and I think I got 2 jobs the whole time I was on the website for a year. Voices.com is another one. You have to be really careful with Voices. Voices has kind of a reputation. You can get jobs there. I've had voiceover teachers tell me, go to voices.com, get a membership. I did. I've been on Voices for a year, haven't gotten one job. Not one. Not a single job. Not true. I did get contacted for one job, but because I'd been on the site for like 7 months and never gotten a job there, I checked my mail once and I was 3 days too late to get the job. So probably would have made back my membership fee, but that's the only time I ever got a job there. Of course, I don't spend a lot of time auditioning there either. And that's the other thing. The amount of money you make is equal to the amount of time you put into the job. So the more auditions you're doing, the more likely you are to get a job. And if you're not auditioning on a website, you're probably not going to get there. If I had more time during the day where all I had to do was auditions, it would probably be Voice123, Voices. I'd probably have a membership to every single one of these pay-to-play websites, and I'd probably be making money. So, Voice123. The last website that I want to show you guys is one called Bedalgo. And let's talk about Bedalgo. Bedalgo is an international voiceover website. And I believe Bedalgo is probably one of the biggest, or probably one of the most professional websites there is, because it's international. It's got one of the best reputations. The jobs that you get on Bedalgo are very reputable, but they do recommend at this point, because they are getting so many auditions, that you only audition for the stuff that you think you personally would be good at. The first month I was on Bedalgo, I spent like $38 for a monthly membership and ended up like making way more than that on my first month. Bedalgo so far has been pretty good to me. I've only been on it a couple of months, but I really like it. Now, here's the thing about Bedalgo, though. Bedalgo is truly looking for professionals. They want to know who you studied under. They want your real demo, and they want a real demo. They don't want some demo that you made at home using fake ads or stuff that you wrote or anything like that. They want something real, something that you've actually done. My demo is made of stuff that I've actually done over the last year, and I got in. I tried to get into Bedalgo like the first couple of months that I was a voiceover artist, and they never got back to me. After I spent a year as a voiceover artist, I tried again, and I got in. That's how tough it is to Bedalgo. That's why I say Voice123 is about here. Bedalgo's right about here, just below what I think getting an agent would be. You get an opportunity to work for companies across the globe using Bedalgo. You also get that opportunity with VoiceBunny and Voice123, but Bedalgo is a German-based website, so you're definitely getting a European-based website, so you're definitely getting the full effect of, international community. The dashboard is fully featured. You've got your setting your voice, your descriptions, your languages. Whatever you need, I got it. I'm crazy. Demos are posted here, so you can go here. You can see my full demo. I've only got one demo at the moment because I don't make demos every 5 minutes like some folks do. You've got a prompter. You've got a CRM. You've got all kinds of stuff here, So, this is a great website, and you can go in and you can look at the castings, and the castings are all listed here. These are great. These are absolutely, Bedalgo is absolutely a great resource for you. And I believe it's just one step higher than a website like Voices or Voice123.com. Every website obviously has its cons, whether there's, not enough voiceover jobs going on, or whether or not you feel like you're actually being supported. Also, don't forget that on every website, and it's not necessarily the fault of the web company, but every website has bad actors. So when you go to these websites, just be careful. If you have any, what's the phrase I'm looking for? If you have any worries or fears about who you're working for or who is asking for this demo, make sure you leave the last line out of the demo. If it's a full demo they're asking for and you think they're a little shady, don't give them the last line. If they really want your voiceover, they'll pay you for it. I've never had a problem with getting stiffed for a job so far. Never had a problem with any of the websites that I work on stiffing me for money. I've had very good luck at being able to bill my customers and getting my money back. So these are the sites. Like I said, the ultimate goal is to get an agent. The ultimate goal is to become an agented voiceover artist. That is the final step. Once you've established yourself as being able to do these jobs, and these websites, these pay-to-play websites, are a great resource to get your career started in the right direction. Once you've got actual commercials under your belt, actual copies of your actual work under your belt, and you're able to build a demo from that, that is when you should contact an agent. Because agents want people that they can make money with. That's at least my assessment. I don't know yet. I still don't have an agent. I'm working on it, though. But this is a good place to start. Pay-to-play websites. Voice Bunny, Voice123, Bedalgo, Voices, Fiverr. Those are good places to start. Get your career started. And remember, folks, don't sell yourself short. Just because if somebody's offering $300 for a job, don't underbid the job. Don't underbid yourself. You're worth the $300. If they've got a $300 budget, ask for the full $300. Don't sell yourself short, and don't sell your fellow artists short. Okay? That's my advice. I've worked with great people from these pay-to-play websites. I've gotten the opportunity to work with a lot of great companies and a lot of great production studios, and I have had no issues getting paid, working with the people that I've worked with. They've all been fantastic. So, if you have any questions, if there's anything that I didn't cover, and I'm sure that there probably is, because at this point I'm just rambling. If there's anything that I didn't cover, please feel free to ask questions in the comments below. I'll make sure I leave links to, or I'll, at least leave the website names, the website locations for these websites where you can go and you can check them out. And you can decide whether or not, these are the right places for you to get started. But I've had friends get started on these. They've asked me, how do I get started? This is usually my advice. So, this is where I've had my luck. This is where I got myself started. And some of you will have opinions about these websites one way or the other. And I'm not going to tell you what's good and what's bad. All I can tell you is what worked for me. So, Fiverr didn't work for me. But the rest of these websites have. The ones that I've told you about, that did work and didn't work, that's just my experience. Your results may vary. So, that's it for the Blanketfort Studio. This has been a really, really long episode. Thanks for sticking around with me. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. And next time we'll talk about putting together a really cheap studio. Like super cheap. Like really cheap. All right. Anyway, that's enough from me. I have been Chris. This was the Blanketfort Studio. You guys take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Be safe.